Today you will see how to make knitting cable sock with honeycomb stitch pattern. This sock is made on 2 knitting needles without seams. We will begin the work from the instep part, then continue the work by making the sole. After that I'm gonna to knit heel, and to finish the work make the single crochet trim. The size of the sock 38 to 39. How to make other size of the sock I will tell you in the process of making sock. For work you need a ball of yarn, knitting circular needles, cable needle or stitch holder, measuring tape, crochet hook and scissors. Begin the work. Cast on 6 stitches onto 2 needles by classic method. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Turn the work and slip the first H stitch purlwise, then purl all stitches across the row and purl the last one. First row is done. Turn the work. This is right side. Slip the first H stitch purlwise, and I will add stitches in this way. I will add stitches by using single cast on method. For this, make a loop like this, then put this loop on the working needle and pull the tail tighten in this stitch. Then knit for 1, 2, 3 and 4. And let's make increase again. Make a loop like this, then put this loop on the working needle, pull the tail tighten in this stitch and purl the last one. Row is done. Turn the work. Slip the first H stitch purlwise and purl all stitches. And purl the last one. Turn the work. Slip the first H stitch. Let's make increase. Make a loop like this, then pull this loop on the working needle. Knit 6. And let's repeat increase. Make a loop like this and pull this loop on the working needle and purl the last one. You should make in this way till you will get 2 H stitches plus 8 stitches. I have 10 stitches on the working needle, 2 H stitches plus 8 stitches in the middle. Continue the work. We slip the first H stitch purlwise and make increase. Make a loop and pull this loop on the working needle. Knit 8. Now make increase, make a new loop like this and pull this loop on the working needle and purl the last one. Turn the work. I will knit all added stitches and make purls in the reverse side of the swatch. Knit 1 and purl all stitches across the row. Let's count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. And knit and purl the last one. Turn the work. And I will make cable pattern on the middle 8 stitches. Slip the first H stitch purlwise, make increase, make a new loop, put this loop on the working needle, purl 1. We need to use a cable needle, I take cable needle, slip the first next 2 stitches onto the cable needle and hold them at the back of your work. Knit 2 from the main needle. Now knit 2 stitches from the cable needle. Continue, bring the next 2 stitches onto the cable needle and this time hold them down at the front of your work. Knit the next 2 stitches from the main needle. And now we need to knit 2 stitches from the cable needle. First row of the pattern is done. Purl, make increase, make a new loop and put this loop onto the working needle and purl the last one. Turn the work. Slip the first H stitch purlwise. Knit 1, then knit 1 more time. Purl 8 stitches. And knit 2 and purl the last one. Turn the work. Slip the first H stitch purlwise. Make increase. Purl 2. And knit 8. Purl 2. Make increase, create a new loop and put this loop on the working needle and purl the last one. Turn the work, slip the first H stitch purlwise, knit 3, purl 8, knit 3 and purl the last one. Turn the work, slip the first H stitch, make increase, purl 3. It is going to be crossing stitch. Bring the next 2 stitches onto the cable needle and this time hold them down on the front of your knitting. Knit 2 from the main needle. Now we need to knit 2 stitches from the cable needle. Slip the next 2 stitches onto the cable needle and hold them down at the back of your work. Knit next 2 stitches from the main needle and knit 2 stitches from the cable needle. Purl 3, 1, 2, 3 and purl the last H stitch. Make increase, create a new loop and purl the last H stitch. This was the 5th row of the cable pattern. Slip the first H stitch purlwise, knit 4, purl 8, and knit 4 and purl the last H stitch. Turn the work. Now row 7 of the pattern. Slip the first H stitch purlwise, make increase, purl 4, knit 8, purl 4, create a new loop and put this loop onto the working needle and purl the last one. You should make the next row in this way, knit the knits and purl the purls. I did the 8th row of the pattern. Here how it looks so far. I did 8 rows of the cable stitch pattern. So the row 9 will be as first one, the 10th row you should knit the second, and so on. The pattern repeats 8 rows. I will continue making increase on the both sides after the first H stitch and before the second one. You should make increase till you will get 8 stitches on the both sides. There is before and after middle 8 stitches. We continue the work. As you can see, I did 8 stitches on the both sides after the main pattern, and we continue knitting in this way. Slip the first H stitch purlwise, create a new loop, put this loop onto the working needle. Now I will knit one of the kind honeycomb stitch pattern. Purl 1 and knit 1, purl and knit, purl and knit, purl and knit, then knit 8 stitches, as you can see the last stitch of the first 8 stitches is knit stitch, so I will begin from knit stitch in this way, then purl 1, knit 1 and purl 1, knit 1 and purl 1, knit 1, then make increase and purl the last H stitch. Turn the work. In this row I will knit the knits and purl the purls. The stitch that was added include in this pattern. Here are knit and purl. Now purl and knit, purl and knit, purl and knit, purl. Continue in this way till the end of this row. I completed the previous row. Let's begin the next one. Slip the first H stitch purlwise, make the new loop. Purl 1 and knit 1, 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 purl 1, here are the middle 8 stitches. This is the first row of the cable pattern. Slip the next 2 stitches onto the cable needle and hold them down at the back of your work. Knit 2 from the main needle, then knit 2 stitches from the cable needle. Continue, bring the next 2 stitches onto the cable needle and this time hold them down at the front of your knitting. Knit next 2 stitches from the main needle. Now we need to knit 2 stitches from the cable needle. Now knit 1 and purl 1, 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 make increase and purl the last one. You should make the next row in this way, knit the knits and purl the purls. I did 4 rows of the honeycomb stitch pattern. This pattern repeat every 4 rows. Make the 5th row as the first one and so on. You continue knitting till you will get 38 stitches onto the main needle. I have got 38 stitches. I marked the middle 12 stitches. These 12 stitches will be for the sole. I will be knitting the sole. For this, slip the first H stitch purlwise. I continue working with honeycomb stitch pattern, purl one and knit one, purl one, knit one, purl one, knit one, purl one, knit one. I remove the stitch marker, purl one, knit one, purl one, knit one. I remove the stitch marker, purl one, knit one, 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 purl one, knit one. I slide the next stitch, remove the second stitch marker, bring it back, and knit two together these two stitches like this. Turn the work, slip the first H stitch purlwise, knit and purl. Knit and purl, knit and purl, knit and purl, knit and purl. Purl two together, these two stitches. Turn the work, slide the first H stitch purlwise, purl one and knit one, purl one and knit, purl and knit, purl and knit, purl and knit, purl and knit two together these two next stitches. Turn the work, slip the first H stitch purlwise. You should knit the knits and purl the purls in this row. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 and 11. These two last stitches purl two together. I think you understand how to make honeycomb stitch pattern, and you should knit two together in the right side and purl two together in the wrong side of the swatch. Continue till you will get 12 stitches on the main needle. I continue making the sole. Let's look at our work. Now I show you how it looks in the ready sock. Firstly, we have done the instep part. Then we began to make the sole. I did till this point. Then I will add stitches on the both sides and will knit in foot part of the sock. Turn the work to the back side. I am adding stitches with help of the H stitches. I will work with back leg of the H stitch. I will work with back leg of the each H stitch. Like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 and 15, 16, and make the last one stitch. In my case I have a small hole, so I will work with 2 legs of the stitch. I have added 17 stitches on the one side. Continue the work, turn the work, slip the first H stitch purlwise, purl 4, 1, 2, 3 and 4. Knit 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. Then purl 4. I continue making honeycomb stitch pattern on these 12 stitches of the sole. Here is stitch that was joined. It was purl, so knit it, then purl 1. Knit and purl, 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 knit and purl the last one. I will add stitches with help of the H stitches on the second side. As you can see, I marked the first stitch. Now I remove this stitch marker and I will work with front leg of the stitch. And I will add in this way, like this, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 and 17. I have done 17 stitches on this side. Turn the work, slip the first stitch purlwise, knit 4, purl 8, and knit 4 and purl the last one. Then I will tell you and show you what we do next. Here how it looks, the swatch that we will make very soon. We have distributed 4 knitting stitches, 8 purl stitches and 4 knit stitches, 8 purl stitches and 4 knit stitches, 10 stitches of the sole. There is the same on this side. I will make honeycomb stitch. I will be making one of the kind honeycomb stitch pattern on the 8 stitches. Here I will knit the first honeycomb stitch pattern. I will make 26 rows. I did 26 rows. The length of the sock is 18 centimeters. This is from the toe till this point where we stop it. I remind you, the size will be 38 to 39. The length of the sole is 24 to 25 centimeters. If you have smaller size, so you don't make 24 rows and just should knit less rows. If you have bigger size, so you need to make more rows than mine, it determined by trying sock on your foot. I'm making heel of the sock. For the heel I will use the middle 12 stitches, and I will continue making honeycomb stitch pattern. Slip the first 8 stitch, knit the knits and purl the purls. I'm gonna to knit the knits and purl the purls till the middle 12 stitches. And I continue making honeycomb stitch pattern on these 12 stitches. Purl one and knit one, 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 purl one, and these 2 stitches purl 2 together. Turn the work, slip the first stitch, knit the knits and purl the purls 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. These 2 stitches knit 2 together. Turn the work, this is right side, slip the first 8 stitch, purl and knit, 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 pull 2 together. Turn the work, slip first stitch, knit the knits and purl the purls. These 2 stitches knit 2 together. You should continue in this way until remaining 12 stitches onto the main needle. We almost made the heel. I have 12 stitches onto the main needle. I'm gonna to bind off these stitches. Purl 2 together. Insert the right needle into the front leg of the stitches. Take the working yarn, pull it through, slide off these 2 loops. Slip this stitch back and repeat again. Keep biting off in the same way until 1 loop remains on the needle. We have done the work. Let's look what we have got. We almost completed the sock. Let's look at sock. It is heel. For more prettier look, I will make trim for the sock. I'm using crochet hook. I take the crochet hook, insert the hook into the working loop, make single crochet into the each edge stitch. Insert the hook into the H stitch, pull up a loop, pull through 2 loops. Like this. Continue single crochet through the next H stitch. I don't make trim around the heel part. I have done the trim and our simple cable sock is ready. In today's tutorial you have seen how to knit sock with cables. It is made on 2 knitting circular needles with no seams. Thanks for watching. We are pleased to inform you that we have opened membership service on our website. Membership includes an access to the video tutorials which are published every week. Only at SharonKnitting.com and only for members. For more detailed information, please visit the membership page at SharonKnitting.com. Thanks for watching.